Hi, it's Carolyn the Contest Queen. I was out and about this morning and I thought, you know what? I am going to do a little bit of a Facebook live test while I pin code hunt this morning and make sure that everything works. It's funny because I am a Toastmaster, and one of the things you learn, if you notice me looking away, I am looking in the boxes, or cycle boxes as we walk by, because that's what I will be teaching, and it's what I'm doing. That and getting in my steps for my Fitbit. But, oh, look at that, I found a code. I'll show you how I open it later. Whoops. And we don't litter, things fall. So, look, I found a code. So, as a Toastmaster, one of the things they teach you is to, rehearse your speeches. So I've been doing my walk this morning knowing that next week is going to be my Facebook Live. And so I've been rehearsing in my head, and I thought, oh, I'm wondering if my camera does this and my camera does that and how it looks and how easy it's going to be. And I thought, oh, wait a minute, I took my phone with me this morning just in case. And I thought, why not do just a little test and see what's going on, right? So, so what I do is, this is how I do my walk. I do it in my neighborhood usually on Wednesdays, because that's recycling in our neighborhood. And today's also garbage day. I want to see, this is why I want to do a test. Oh, hi ladies, hi Lori. So let me see, I'm going to turn the camera around. And see, this is why testing stuff in advance. Oh, see, now this is like the first person. Sometimes some of our kids play these first person games. Oh, nothing. Okay, so these are the first, like a first person game. Nothing. Of course I do that. So let me turn it back around because I've got a light here. In my neighborhood, I do a figure eight. Oh my God, I think I only got half the box. Did I get the half with the pin code? Let me look. Hold on, I gotta pop up the camera. Oh, of course not. Where did I find the box? See? Now, this is how crazy I am. I will actually walk back and go find it. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, I think it was too far up the street. You know what? I'm feeling... Oh, no, wait. Maybe I do have it. You know what? I'm going to prop the camera here. Oh, my God. This is insane. It's going to be better because I didn't bring my selfie stick. Because I didn't think I was going to do this. Oh, no. I've got the code. Oh, thank God. So here we go. So what I do is I basically just rip it out of the box. And there's the code that I'm going to stick in my pocket and enter when I get home. So let's see. Yeah, it's freezing up in spots. Oh, my video's freezing up in spots. Oh, that's weird. You know what's funny? And good morning, Roseanne. If you notice me tipping over my sunglasses, it's because I also read. I have reading glasses, and of course I can't see that small fine print without it, my reading glasses. Yet, if I wore my regular glasses or reading glasses on the walk, it would be too bright in the morning for me to actually see what I'm looking at with the codes and things. Because look, we have a beautiful, how do I do that? No, this way. Beautiful sunny day here. And yeah, the freezing in spots, I'm starting to think is a Facebook Live problem, because there's an astrologer, the Leo King, that I love watching, and he does these great Facebook Live broadcasts out of a studio, and it was freezing like heck last night. It kept stopping, kept kicking people off, people were making comments, so I knew it wasn't just me. So yeah, Lori says it's fine now. It's weird that it does that. So anyway, this is a good test. Now, I'm going to ask people that are watching to make comments, because I'm going to try something. I'm pretty sure I am upright right now. But one of the things I like to do afterwards is I turn around and I download the video and I post it up to YouTube. Okay, so when I get to the next main street, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see what I'm looking at. But when I upload it to YouTube, because it's on Facebook Live, and you notice how the picture's like long and thin, one of the things I learned at one of the conventions from a fella that is a master at winning video contests is he says, think about it, your TV is wide, it's not tall. You're looking at the width. So whenever you film, this is a good tip, this is totally out of pin code hunting tip. When you film, turn your phone sideways. But I have a feeling when I'm filming Facebook Live, I'm now sideways. So I have to leave it like this. I wonder if my phone started off sideways, would it work? I wonder if I shouldn't do 2 tests on this. Okay, so let me turn this around. And you can see this is a street. It starts off a little slow on this road. But what I'm doing is, now the other thing is, in this area, no, nothing. So you gotta remember, just like contesting, I get more no's than yeses. I lose more than I win. But, you know, there's days, like yesterday I went out and I got 3 codes. And I've been out days and I've gotten like 20. So the other reason I'm doing this next week is because our long weekend holiday, so one of the things I'm looking for is Canada Dry, but not all the product, this is a marketing tip now, not all the product flows through the stores right away. See, now you can see why I wear my sunglasses, it's so bright. Not all the product flows through the stores right away. So a lot of times when a contest begins, or sweepstakes begins with codes, you're not going to find as many. But give it a few weeks and the codes start to increase as the product flows through the stores, and that's what people are buying and then recycling. So I'm doing it next week because our long weekend in Canada is on the 22nd. A lot of people are going to drink a lot of pop and have barbecues. Okay, so see, here's a problem I come across. I got cars and I walk around it. Now, you notice I can see a Canada Dry can in there. Then I look in the cardboard box and I don't see anything. I'm not actually a digger. I don't actually dig through. I will occasionally, if it's something I think, yeah, see, nothing. So that's the thing, right? How long have I been talking and how many codes have I found? 1. Okay, so yeah, so Lori says our recycle trash bins now, so you can't see unless you open the cans. Yeah, in Toronto, I'm not sure where you are, Lori, but in the city of Toronto, I'll show you, there's a green bin. Now, I know in the city of Toronto, the garbage bins and the blue bins, and the cardboard bins, which I think are gray, yeah, see, nothing. They all have the same thing. They all look like those little compost bins. And a truck comes along and lifts them up so the guys don't have to like dump anything. That is a problem. It depends on how bad you want code. See, nothing. Okay, I'm gonna walk around this car. Now you see, this is again exactly why I wear my sunglasses. Now you'll notice the other side of the street has some townhouses and there's no bins, so I have kind of a little pattern that I do. This is fun, just a little practice run. We can get in trouble for taking people's trash. That's Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, technically I can, but nobody cares. Okay, oh, and here's another one. You see, there's Kraft dinner boxes. Kraft has a big contest going on right now here too, but they don't have any coded boxes. And I'm also looking for Lunchables and Oikos yogurt here in Canada because they all have codes now. Two big code contests in this week. One is the Oikos one. The other one, oh, lovely seagulls. The other one that ends is the Doritos one. But I've had to buy all, see, I spotted the can. This is what I'm looking for. This is the gold. And, oh no, it's the coupon product. Oh, I hate that. See, that's what I talk about, merchandise flow through. in the stores. It takes a while for the pin-coded product to get all the way through. Here's another tip. Okay, a lot of water bottles, a lot of Coke. When you see a different product, you're not going to find usually the codes you're looking for. So I think what I'm going to have to do is, I have like a ton of tips in my head. I was thinking what I might do is write out some 3x5s with all the questions that people are sending in and all the tips from other pin code hunters. I wonder, that sounds like it could be a TV show. Pin code hunters. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm going to turn it back around because you don't need to watch the street. It's probably a little more interesting if I'm talking. I wonder how I'm going to have to do that. I might do it 50-50. Okay, so of course now I do that and I want to show you Canada Dry. I hit the thing but it didn't flip. I don't know why. Welcome to technology. So now I started digging a little in the box. Yeah, now it's coded. That's what I'm looking for. So what I do is, I'm going to prop this up in somebody's recycle bin. Oh my god, I'm insane. I'm going to have to sanitize my phone when I'm done. Okay, so I look for the seam and I rip down, and the code I know is always on one of the quarter panels. So I look for it quickly, rip it out, small, and then in the next recycle bin, put the cardboard back, and I have my code. Yay! Another chance to win. So that's it. It's not really hard. It's just time consuming. Plus I have my Fitbit on, and I like getting my steps in. It's funny because I've been trying to get back into exercising, and I haven't been able to get off my butt and do it, and I've wanted to join the gym, but I don't know. I haven't had it in me to go, and my girlfriend kept saying, just walk around your neighborhood. Just walk around your neighborhood. I'm like, no, I don't want to get up in the morning. I don't want to do it. Well, then last Tuesday, I was in the grocery store and I see the coded product. And I think to myself, oh my God, it's back. Next morning, I'm up 9,000 steps. First day, I was so sore, but I was so happy. I'm like, yeah, that's what this girl needs. Motivation. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around for a reason. I want to show you something. So, this is a curve in the road. There's a school, there's townhouses, there's no blue bins anywhere. So, but they start earlier on the other side of the street. So I'm heading over there. Let me look at some of the, I once went to an apartment building and took all the coupon books. Lisa, oh, that's so funny. That's exactly what I do. I live in a townhouse complex, and so that's what I do. I go every couple of days and I look in our big blue bins, the big ones, you know, for the apartment buildings that have the lids. I'm in a townhouse, but it's the same garbage system. I've gone around to other townhouses and apartment buildings in my neighborhood and I look, but I haven't had the success, and it feels kind of creepy because I don't live there. I don't seem to have a reason to be picking through the garbage. Looks a little weird, but you know, well, us contesters are a bit crazy. Okay, I'm gonna start turning my head now because, so I'm gonna hold it in this hand. That's the other thing. I think next week I'm gonna bring my selfie stick. I don't know if I want to hold my arm up for an hour while I do this. It's a little bit, I guess I'd build my biceps, but God, it feels so rude to be talking and then looking away because I'm such a contester. Anyway, so yeah, in my condo, yeah, no, not branded. In my condo complex, I do go every couple of days and look, and I do find codes. So yeah, I'm thinking what I'm going to do next week is do 3x5s. And you know what? I'm thinking I might want to shut this test off and try it again. I want to see if I start the whole thing sideways, if it works sideways. Now, for some reason, the very first year I started doing this, in my neighborhood, there's a figure 8 that I do. And I went down one of the side roads because it did a different loop. And I found a bunch of codes on the very first few houses. since then, for some reason, I always go that route. I don't know why. I guess I always feel like maybe it's like the lottery, you know, you always play the same numbers. You think you're going to hit it big or something. I don't know. I'm just wondering if I shouldn't do that today. I can hear the trucks, and I think this is actually longer. I'm going to go the regular route today. So I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to shut this off, and then I'm going to turn the camera sideways. Oh, that is the worst sound. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn the camera around. Okay, come on. You see that? That is the green truck, and I don't know where it's going. So, just let him, oh good. He just went by. Oh good, he wasn't picking anything up. There is nothing worse than getting stuck near the recycle truck. Oh, yeah, that's better. There's nothing worse than getting stuck behind the recycle truck. I try to avoid them because we have different colors here. So the green ones are for the green bins. The blue ones are for recycling. The brown ones are for the garbage, and the white ones are for, I don't know. I think we have even one more color anyway. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to shut this off, and I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to do Facebook test number 2, and I'm going to start it in like 1 minute. So, okay, so let me try it, and if not, then I'll maybe go back to test number 3 or something. This is why we do this stuff. Okay, see you in a few minutes, ladies. Hey, I thought I'd try pretest number 2, and I'm hoping some people are getting notification of this, because I want to see if I started the whole thing sideways to get the nice proper wide video feed that you would see like on your TV, because when I film up and down, I'm upright, and I'm gonna try, it might be sideways. I'm actually pin code hunting. I'm doing a test because I'm doing a class next week, and if I look distracted, I'm actually looking in the blue boxes as I walk down the street to see if I can find any codes. So I've been doing not bad so far, and I think, like I was saying, I think next week what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a bag to hold the codes, because I'm going to have a selfie stick. I'm going to have 3x5s with questions. So if anybody can tell me if I'm actually sideways or not, that would be great. So I'm just going to keep walking and talking until I figure out what's going on with the test. So, hi, we have 3 people watching. Post any questions or comments below, and let me know if the videos, if I'm actually upright or I'm broadcasting sideways. That's why I thought I'd try a second test for this morning. I'm looking now. If you notice, I'm looking away from the camera. What I'm doing, I don't know if you can see that, I look across the street, because I don't zigzag and I don't go up and down, left and right. I just keep walking straight on one side, and I glance to the other side of the street. Here's something that has a potential code. No, I didn't think so. I was just hoping. I glance because it's too much to walk back and forth. So that is what I am going to do. So let's see. Okay, yeah, this makes me crazy. Can you see down that road? There's a ton of blue boxes, and I'm not grabbing a single one of those codes. So I feel like I'm missing out on stuff as I walk. And yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this to see what's happening as I walk and talk. You know, it's funny, I don't even know what time it is. I need to be home before a certain time, because my local radio station calls out names at certain hours, and I put my name in. So we'll see what happens. If I get back in time. No one can tell me if I'm sideways. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this test number 2 off, and when I get home, I will go and look for the video, and see how it is. And we'll take it off. Yeah, definitely need the selfie stick. I can't hold my hand up for as long as I've been doing while I've been testing this morning. So, wow, talk about my multitasking. I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm pin code hunting, and I'm getting my steps in on my Fitbit. Okay, that's all for today. Finished test number 2. We'll see what happens. Hey, good morning. I thought I'd just give this pretest a try. Not sure this is gonna work. This time I forgot the selfie stick and a few 3x5s with my notes to talk about for the Facebook Live I'm gonna do next week. I'm a little ticked because of course, if you notice me glancing off to the left and the right, I am pin code hunting, of course. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should put this out further, but I don't know if the sound is going to be as good. And actually, this stick is heavier than me just holding the phone in my hand, so we'll see how that works. And then, look, I'm going to show everybody. This is actually a really good little street. You can see that this is another trick, or a tip rather. I like where the small houses are smaller and the you know, everything's closer together, so you're going to pass more opportunities much quicker. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, so I originally was setting this my, I guess, webinar, my Facebook Live webinar on Pin Code Hunting 101 next week, or rather tomorrow. And of course, me, the eternal optimist, doesn't even take into account the weather. So then I start noticing that the weather for next week is supposed to be pouring, or rather this week is supposed to be pouring rain. And I thought, oh my God, this is not going to be good. It was supposed to pour rain for 3 days. So here it is, supposed to be the first day of the pouring rain, and as you can see, it is not pouring rain. It's not even completely cloudy. I don't know, no, it's got to go this way. Yeah, you can see it's not even completely cloudy. So mind you, 24 hours can make a big difference, so we'll see what happens. But I was hoping to do it this week because our long weekend was on Monday for Victoria Day, and that means a lot of people drink a lot of pop, and so it's generally a really good week after any long weekend like 4th of July or you know, any big celebratory weekend. You're going to find a lot of codes after, because pin codes tend to be on foods that aren't as good for you. Is this a possibility? There's 3 promotions. No, there's 3 promotions I'm looking for now. One actually finished last week. So you have to look for what's available to you in your area. If you're wondering what contests have pin codes, what I would do is, in your favorite sweepstakes aggregate, in the search field, I would type the words pin or pin code and see what comes up. And then you'll probably get a list of all the ones that have pin codes. Yeah, I don't know, I've got this thing tucked under my arm. Not sure if I'm going to keep this. Oh my God, the crows are going through the garbage. That's another tip. For some reason, more people put out their recycle bins on weeks that there's garbage. Oh, looks. We have a couple of viewers. Hi, say hi. So, yeah, that's the other thing. I'm wearing my regular glasses, and to read any comments on the screen, I have to have my reading glasses on or look under my glasses. So if you leave a comment, it might take me a minute to notice. Sorry. Boy, I'm sounding out of breath. Boy, I think I gotta get into better shape here. Well, that's why I'm out walking, right? So, oh my gosh, now I lost my train of thought. That's so funny. I'm doing 3 things at once. I'm doing like a live, I'm pin code hunting, I'm walking. You know, I guess I'm not one to chew bubble gum and walk at the same time. That's kind of funny. So go to your favorite aggregate and type the word pin, and then you'll see all the ones that are available, and you can go through and see which ones you're eligible for. Again, just like any contest, you have to read the rules. So far, I haven't found any codes. This neighborhood is actually one of my favorite neighborhoods to search because for some reason I find lots of sodas or pop, you know, and that's the big one that I'm looking for, because that's the Canada Dry contest, and those are the codes I'm seeking. So, and I also like neighborhoods that are laid out in a grid pattern. We have a lot of wonky little neighborhoods with roads running in all kinds of weird directions, and I like the grids because literally I can go up and down and just follow the grid and find codes that way. So we'll see what we find today. But so let's try some of my questions. So Lori, she wrote in and said, what's the difference between a UPC and a PIN code? So as soon as I find a PIN code, I guess I should have a PIN code at this point to show you. Okay, see, this is why we do a pre-test. Well, I'll just pull up a UPC for now, just randomly in some box. So see the barcode on a product, and every product has them. UPC. Oh my goodness, there is actually a way to pause this. Look, I had to take this out, and this is why you test things out. Pausing a live broadcast that I want to put as a webinar after is not a good thing. So let's go up and down and see what happens. Yeah, this is interesting. I wonder why it just randomly paused. Okay, so Lori wrote in, and as soon as I have a... Okay, so what were some of the other questions that were pre-put in? I wonder what that pause is going to look like in the video. And how did I pause it? I don't even see a pause button. I only see a finish button. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so here's another clue. Let me turn this around. So I see one can in there. So what I do is I'll scan. I won't actually dig in the garbage. Okay? So here, I'll do, you know how the kids, see now I see a green thing over here. And no, it's not the right kind of. And you see there's not a lot of stuff in there. So, and then I kind of scan the street to say, okay, who's got the most bins out now? And I'll weave, but I don't zigzag the whole time. I just walk along and I kind of look left and right. So Cindy wrote in and she reminded me, see, there's the Canada Dry, and I don't see a box quickly, so I don't dig. I don't have time to dig, and it's kind of gross, so I don't do it. Cindy reminded me of a good tip. She gets 20 codes from or more codes from a coworker every week. So I get that sometimes. Like, everybody knows that I do this, and if they know I'm looking for codes, I'll just get like a text with a code or a Skype message with a code. People just send me their codes, and they know. I say, keep the code for me, just cut it off the package in case I win. I might need it. Maybe I should do this like a first-person contest and just literally point this thing wherever I'm scanning and not just leave it in the road while I look in the box. Again, this is why this is a test. We're trying this out. So yeah, so get all your non-sweeper friends to help you. So here's another tip. When you go to check the rules, find out which products and all products have the codes on them that you're looking for, because you may be looking for different sizes and different flavors. So you're gonna have to know what to scan for, just in case. Nothing. Wow, I'm not having a good morning. Usually this neighborhood's really good. Let's see if we'll find something. Okay, so Kevin and both Tracy, that's so funny, asked the same question, and that is basically, can PIN codes be used more than once? And the answer is no. So then you must wonder why I'm doing this. Like, why am I out here looking if somebody's put a PIN code in a contest and then thrown. See, now this is frustrating because it's not all product is not made at all through the promotion. So here's when you see it's got a green lid. I want the ones with the yellow lids, and so that's disappointing because it's all about product flow through. So not all the stores will have all the products. Now I'm coming up to a busy intersection. Maybe I should use a crosswalk and try that. So the thing is, effectively, I'm walking along and I'm getting PIN codes, and see, now, you know, it's funny, I'm standing here, I push the cross thing, and I look down the street and I see a bin that has a green bottle, but I'd already pushed it and the cars were stopping, so I felt kind of obligated to do this. Okay, I'm gonna keep it in first person mode until I find a code, and then I'll turn it around and actually talk to you guys face to face. Wow, this is a noisy way to do a Facebook Live too. It's kind of crazy. Now you can see I'm walking on the sidewalk right now because the bins are actually close to the, oh, that's frustrating. So you can see the Schweppes bottle has the yellow rim on it, which means there is a yellow cap, and it's not visible. So they've either thrown away the lid or they've entered it themselves. So, okay, I'm gonna find something. See, this is how it is, right? It's like a treasure hunt. Some days you find and some days you don't. So this is what I was talking about, the gridding. So now it just literally, it goes up and down. You can see, I'll go into the middle of the street and you can just see, it's crazy. It's all just like, I just look up a street like this and I think there's gotta be a million codes here. So this side of the street has way more boxes than the other side of the street. And we'll try this. Oh my gosh, see, that's what I find frustrating. There's so much recycling here, and there's not a, oh, I'm looking down. Okay, now see, I do dig a little bit because I'm like nosy, and oh, not the right kind of green bottle. Oh well. I do wash my hands very well afterwards with the antibacterial soap, and at this point, now that I'm touching my phone and the selfie stick and whatnot, I think what I'm gonna have to do is also take a hand sanitizing wipe and clean everything down. It's probably a good idea. So walking along now, sometimes you see people in the bins, like the fella up ahead, they're looking for the liquor bottles. They go along and they look for any kind of liquor bottle, because here that you can make money from liquor bottles. So Kevin also wanted to know what percentage of the pins you find are used, and they're not. See, that's the thing. People throw them in the bin, and I cannot believe I don't have like 10 codes in my pocket now from this. So I only found one used code once, and I've never found a code to use, because basically anybody that recycles the code isn't interested in entering. So they're just throwing away winning opportunities, or at least that's the way I see it. So I'm looking for those chances to win that somebody else doesn't want. And I have to find who asked this question, but she said, aren't you effectively going through somebody's garbage, and isn't picking up somebody's garbage illegal? So I did look up in my city's area, because again, it's going to be different from city to city. Isn't that illegal? So in my city, technically, what I'm doing is illegal. So, yep, I'm broadcasting a crime. I'm picking through somebody's garbage and it's illegal. So I guess I could be fined. I never have been. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, how am I not finding a single code today? This is like ultimately frustrating, and I'm not even holding this thing right. So, what is going on? What is that screaming sound? I think I might be better off doing this and, you know, facing me versus trying to show you guys how I look. Oh my god, more non-coded product. This is like really frustrating. Usually it's all through the thing by now. How have I not found a code? This is not very good. Okay, when I get to the end of my street, I'm just gonna go regular mode on this. Again, this is why we do tests. Was there something in that one? No. So there's 3 kinds of codes I'm looking for here in my area. One of them actually just ended. So I was looking for 4 last week. I'm looking for 3 now. So yeah, nothing on the... So the 3 that I'm looking for in my area, because these are what I'm eligible for, are Canada Dry, Lunchables, and Craft Dinner are the 3 that have codes. Okay, so nothing. So I'm going to go back to regular mode, because this has got to be an awkward test. Again, why we call it a test. I don't know. Do I like it better? I can't turn the phone. And I don't zigzag, I just glance across the street. If I see a code, I'll jog across the street, but it's gotta be sticking up, because, you know, my vision, I can only see so far, right? So, we're just walking along. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to write out better notes, and in the order I want to talk about them. And I have to save some for after I have pin codes, like Lori's question. I need to show you the difference between a UPC and a pin code. Or I can bring one of the ones I find eventually with me and have it ready in my pocket in advance. And this is so sad. Not a single pin code yet. You know, it's been slower this year, I've noticed. I had one super mega great day, and then it's been days I didn't find any, days I find one. You know, and that's disheartening after the fact that I know there's... Okay, I'm going to cross and go up this grid street a little and come back. It's a little disheartening when you know that there's, you know, 4 promotions out there and you're not finding any of them. Like, not any of them. And that I find a little frustrating. So maybe it's a good thing I did push tomorrow's broadcast forward a week, because then there's one more week for coded product to flow through the merchandising system in the grocery stores. You know, that people have another weekend to use up their pop and whatnot. So, well, I feel like I don't need to go on the test anymore, but I kind of want to keep going till I find a code. And I did find some on the last test, so maybe I'll stop this and ask people again. See, more Craft Dinner, no code, 1 Canada Dry can, no sign of a box. So, but here's the other thing too, it only takes 1 to win. And, you know, finally, again, yeah, here we go. Okay, so now I found a Canada Dry bottle, and here's what I do. I just unscrew the lid, and I put the bottle back, and I put the code in my pocket. So that's what I do. And then I just go walk it along. So yeah, I think that's what I need to do. I need to keep going and make more notes, and we'll see. I'd like to also ask everyone who's watching, and maybe I'll put some I'll update the header where I have my comments, and ask if people prefer the first person view, which is as if I'm walking along and you're walking along with me and you see it facing the street, or if you prefer this view where you're looking at me in my, hey, this is what I look like when I get up at 5:45. I just put my hair up, no makeup. Normally, if it was sunny, I'd have sunglasses on because I can't see, like these, I have prescription, I can't see anything without them. Whether you prefer this view or the other view. So which one you prefer, or a combination. So I'm going to update the comments for that. So we'll see what's happening, and hopefully the weather will cooperate with us next week, and I'll have a really, really good Facebook Live Pin Code Hunting 101 class, I want to kind of call it, here on Facebook, for all of you to learn how to basically dig through the garbage and win. Okay, signing off for now.